Hi, Ange. If you win tomorrow night, this is going to be remembered as one of the best seasons in the club's modern history. But kind of conversely, if you lose, it might be remembered for one of the worst league seasons in the club's modern history. I just wondered if you're kind of conscious that you're walking a fine line between kind of two very different types of infamy in history, really.
That depends on your outlook, Dan, but I'll tell you one thing, irrespective of tomorrow, I'm not a clown. I never will be, mate. And you're really disappointed that you would use such terminology about a person who, for 26 years, without any favours from anyone, has worked his way to be in a position where he's leading out a club in a European major competition. For you to suggest that somehow us not being successful means that I'm a clown, not really sure how to answer that question.
Good evening, Mr. Postecoglou, Simone Terno, Eurosport.it. You played Manchester United 3 times this season and you defeated all the 3 times. I'm kind of curious to understand, do you feel more pressure about this because you already did that and now you feel that you have to do it again? Or is it something that makes you more confident because you actually did it so you can do it again? Which one is more, confident or pressure?
Neither, because it's a final and you know that those kind of things aren't important. I mean, if we had have lost all 3 games, your question probably would be, do you feel the pressure because you can't beat them? So what I do know is, and I've been in this situation a few times in my careers in the big games, even your form going into it, even if you've got terrible form, and there's been plenty of competitions where you go into it, it doesn't matter. What matters is how the players cope with the occasion tomorrow, how they cope with understanding the importance of the game. From both clubs, you just don't know how players will react to such a big occasion. And, you know, my role in that is to try and prepare the players in the best possible way and also to prepare the players for Manchester United to be at their best. That's what you have to prepare for. And if you prepare that way and then you go out there and sort of play to the potential that you can, then you give yourself an opportunity. But I don't think it really matters what you've done before against any opposition when it comes to big games. Maybe in a league that it's a bit different, but I think in a big important final, everything gets decided on the day.
Here and back. João. Here. No.
Just at the front first, please, and then we'll come to you.
I thought you were throwing your voice there for a second.
Ange, a lot of people seem to think this might be your penultimate game in charge. What do you think? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter, really. It doesn't matter because the reality of it is the opportunity is the same for me and more importantly for the club. You know, I've said before, whatever happens beyond tomorrow is kind of irrelevant when you think about the opportunity that exists right now, and that is to provide something special for this football club and for the supporters and for, you know, everyone who's worked so hard, not just this year, but for the last, you know, however years, 15, 16 years been for a trophy and 41 years for a European trophy. You know, I think that, you know, if I was worried about my tenure at this football club, fair to say we wouldn't be in this position because I would have been distracted long ago. I'm pretty good at just sort of making sure that all my focus is on, you know, giving this football club the best opportunity it has had for a while to do something special. And whatever happens after that, mate, I'm very, very comfortable that I'll continue on trying to win trophies wherever I am.